Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another video for Fear the Walking Dead, leading into the second half for Fear the Walking Dead Season 4. In this one, we're going to be doing our death predictions, giving our thoughts on which characters we think will survive, and which will be killed off before the end of the season. And spoiler warning, as per usual, if you are not caught up for Fear the Walking Dead. So going into the back half now for Fear the Walking Dead Season 4. We've just seen some huge character deaths in this first half of Season 4. And to be honest with you, I don't think they're really going to stop there. Even though we've seen a lot of deaths so far this season, I really feel like they're kind of on this trajectory where they're really revamping Fear the Walking Dead. And as a result, I do think we will see some more character deaths before this season is up. I do not think everybody will be safe and everybody will survive out this whole season. So let's start things off with our leading man for Fear the Walking Dead now, I suppose, which is, of course, Morgan. Morgan is pretty easy for me to just say, they're not going to kill Morgan off. Now, every so often, we do see them kill off somebody that we would never think that they would. We saw it in the first half of the season, and to our surprise, very strange. And yes, they like to kind of, play with this whole idea that nobody is safe. But Morgan, of anybody, doesn't die, right? Morgan is, I think, as safe as anybody could possibly get. I would be absolutely shocked on the floor if they killed Morgan off in Fear the Walking Dead. At that point, I'd almost feel like the series should be over if they do that, right? So personally for me, Morgan crossing into Fear the Walking Dead is probably the best thing to ever happen to Fear the Walking Dead, and is most likely the only reason why this series has a chance of getting a fifth season, which I think it will. So really with him, I do not think they'll kill Morgan off. I think he's fine. He should survive. Second up, we have Alicia. I'd put her at number 2 right now as the second most important in the show. And for her, I'm also going to say no. I don't think they'll kill her off either, just because, again, we don't have too many of these kind of leading characters in Fear the Walking Dead right now. It is going to be an ensemble type of series. But I think she's an important character, and she's kind of a last holdout, I want to say, for that initial group that started off the series at the very beginning, the Clark family. So no, I'm going to say I don't think they'll kill her off. But at the same time, I'm not 100% certain that they won't either, because it really does feel like they're kind of cleaning out that old show. They're clearing out the first 3 seasons, and they're basically starting anew. I hope she'll survive on for many more years in the series, but I don't feel entirely comfortable that she will. I'm kind of at a state right now where I'm like, could they kill Alicia off and just be done with the Clark family as a whole? I guess they could. She's probably the least likely to survive out of all of those, out of the whole family to start with at the beginning of the series. I even thought that Travis would have a better chance of surviving than her. But man, somehow she's managed to stick in there, and I hope she stays, and I hope they don't totally just clear out the first 3 seasons. If they kill her off, then that's exactly what they're doing. It's basically a full-on reboot, just done in a different fashion than just announcing it and kind of, just switching it right away, doing it in a way where they use the characters mainly for character death. So I think Alicia's safe. I don't think they'll kill her off, but I've been wrong before. So there's that one. Next, we have Strand. So for Strand, I put him at a maybe. So that's, you guys can leave a comment below on what you think about him as well, too. Again, is he going to stay kind of a supporting character for Madison, which is a lot of what he was throughout the series? And with him, I don't know. I don't know how he'll get along with Morgan. I don't know how he would see eye to eye with Morgan. Both are so totally drastically different. And, I don't think Morgan would really like Strand. If Morgan got to know what Strand was all about and who he is, I don't know if Morgan would want him in his group. So I tend to think that Strand actually might be killed off this season in this back half. But again, we'll have to see. Then we have Luciana, who I'm just going to simply say yes. I think she will be killed off in this half. I don't think she'll see season 5. I don't think there's really any reason to have her see that season. I don't know what else they would do with the character after, of course, Nick has been killed off. I feel like there's almost no purpose for her now, and I'm expecting to see her be killed off in this back half. I do not think that she'll be a long-term running survivor or anything like that. That just to me feels totally wrong to even question, really. So I think she's one that is probably a safe bet that she'll be killed off. Then we have Althea. So Althea is still a new character at this point. Of course, she's been used a lot for exposition in the first half of this season. Like the character, I think she's probably just fine. I think that she's necessary to have around right now, and all of her kind of journeys and tapes and things like that she's had. Really cool stuff. I think that she'll be just fine. I think she'll survive out this season. We do need some characters to survive, so I think she'll be safe. Then we have John Dory. I think John as well too. Being a new character, they gave him his kind of his own episode there with Laura, Naomi, or June, whatever. Pick whichever name you like best. So I think he's safe as well too. I don't think he's had a near-death experience just recently. But I think he'll survive, and I think he'll be fine to survive at least a season. And then if they go into a season 5, we can talk more on that at that point. But I think he'll survive out this year. Then we have June, Naomi, or Laura, played by Jen Elfman. I think she actually will be killed off this year. I just have a feeling about it based on the actress and not knowing if she would want to commit to multiple years on Fear the Walking Dead. I kind of feel like she's coming in just to kind of be like a one-season type of deal character. And I don't foresee her surviving on this whole year. So I think she's another one that most likely will be killed off. I don't foresee her. If Fear the Walking Dead gets renewed for season 5 and goes on further, I would be absolutely shocked if she was still in this series in season 6. I just could not. I cannot picture that. And even if the series would even get a season 6, we're not even sure about that. But I do not think that June, Naomi, Laura is really a character that's going to last that much longer. No, I think she'll be killed off soon. And then we have Charlie. She's another one too. Charlie's kind of got that sort of Lizzie vibe going for her, or a comic book Carl vibe going for her, which is kind of cool. So there are some things they could certainly do with her. She's a useful character and a useful survivor in a group because she can kind of, she's got some skills, right? Maybe not skills you'd like to see on the receiving end, but as a spy, man, she's useful, that's for sure, for a kid. About as useful as a kid could possibly be. So that is somewhat intriguing, and I think that could be cool to kind of see. But I don't know if that vibes with Morgan, and I don't know how she could ever get along with Alicia just based on what happened earlier. I just don't see it. I feel like one of the two of them has to go. So for me, I would think that Alicia will stay, and Charlie will most likely be killed off this year. So that's for those 8 additional. I mean, there's Daniel out there somewhere with him. I'm going to say no because I don't think we'll even see the character again this year. We might see him in season 5 if they get there, but who knows? We'll have to see what they have planned for that and when they intend to bring him back in, if at all. So it's possible, but I don't think he'll be killed off this season, no. And I want to say that's pretty much it. I don't know if I left anybody out there, but as far as our kind of core cast for Fear the Walking Dead, that's basically what we're down to now. You pretty much have 8 characters and then Daniel out there somewhere, and Tobias, if you want to mention him, somewhere out there. So those are my death predictions. I'm going with Luciana, June, and Charlie, with a maybe for Strand, and the rest basically no, and the least likely being Morgan. I just cannot see them killing Morgan off in Fear the Walking Dead. They need him. They need him. So leave your comments below, guys. Where do you think they're going with Fear the Walking Dead? Who will survive out this year? And if the series does get renewed for season 5, who do you expect to see coming back? Leave a comment below. Who do you think is going to be killed off most likely? And who's the safest in the show? Do you view it as Morgan or Alicia? That's it for this video, guys. I hope you liked it. Please thumb it up below. You can share it, favorite. And if you're new and you want to subscribe, button left to subscribe. That's it for this video, guys. See you again soon for another. As always, it's Trev. And I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.
You better subscribe.